In business English, a common lexical substitution for insults is negative feedback or criticism. These terms are more neutral and professional, helping maintain a constructive communication tone. Understanding lexical substitution in business English, especially for insults, is crucial for several reasons. Using more neutral or formal language helps maintain professionalism, even in tense situations. You can diffuse potential conflicts and foster a more collaborative environment by substituting harsh words with more diplomatic terms. How you handle insults or criticism can significantly impact your professional reputation. Responding calmly and constructively demonstrates maturity and emotional intelligence. It ensures the message is conveyed clearly without unnecessary emotional baggage, making it easier for all parties to focus on resolving the issue. In a global business environment, what might be considered as a mild insult in one culture could be highly offensive in another. Lexical substitution helps us navigate these cultural differences much more effectively. So, let's take a look at lexical substitution pairs in business English, along with some appropriate responses. The everyday insult of being incompetent becomes the negative criticism of lacking proficiency. A professional way to say someone is incompetent is to describe their performance in specific skills or areas where improvement is needed. For example, you might say, there are areas where you lack proficiency, or your performance does not meet the required standards. And then you would need to follow it up with, in what? So you would say, particularly in, let's say, project management and time management skills. This approach focuses on the specific skills that need improvement rather than labeling the person as incompetent. It also opens the door for constructive feedback and development. Now, should you ever receive the insult, you are incompetent, or the criticism, you lack proficiency, your response could be, I appreciate your feedback. Could you provide specific examples so I can improve? The everyday insult of lazy becomes the negative feedback of being unmotivated. So a professional way to say that someone is unmotivated is to describe their behavior in terms of engagement and enthusiasm. For example, you might say, I've noticed that your level of engagement in recent projects has decreased. Is there something we can do to help you feel more motivated and supported? This approach focuses on observable behavior and opens a dialogue for understanding and addressing the underlying issues. And should you ever be criticized as being lazy or unmotivated, your response could be, I understand your concern. Let's discuss how I can better prioritize my tasks. The everyday insult of being rude becomes unprofessional. A professional way to say that someone is rude is to focus on their behavior and its impact rather than labeling the person. For example, you might say, I've noticed that some of your recent comments have come across as unprofessional. Can we discuss how to ensure our communication remains respectful and constructive? You'll see that this approach addresses the behavior directly and opens a dialogue for improvement without being confrontational. And when you are confronted with the insult, you are rude or unprofessional, your response should be, I'm sorry if I came across that way. It wasn't my intention. Let's work on better communication. The everyday insult of you're a micromanager should actually become overly detail-oriented. So a professional way to say that someone is a micromanager is to describe their management style as overly involved in detail or not delegating enough. For example, you might say, I've noticed that you tend to be detail-oriented and involved in every aspect of the project. Could we discuss ways to delegate some tasks to allow the team more autonomy and improve overall efficiency? So you'll see that this approach focuses on the behavior and its impact and opens a constructive dialogue for improvement. And should you ever be accused of being a micromanager, your professional response could be, I value your perspective. Let's find a balance, allowing more autonomy while ensuring quality. Unreliable as an insult should become inconsistent. A professional way to say someone is unreliable is to describe their behavior in terms of consistency and dependability. For example, you might say, I've noticed there have been several instances where deadlines were missed or commitments were not followed through. Can we discuss improving consistency and ensuring tasks are completed on time? So you see, this approach focuses on specific behaviors and opens a constructive dialogue for improvement. And if you're ever criticized for being unreliable, your response could be, I apologize for any inconvenience caused. Let's set clear deadlines to ensure consistency moving forward. These responses aim to address the insult professionally and constructively, fostering a positive and productive work environment. Best of luck with improving your business English skills. Your dedication to learning will reap results. And remember, every step forward is progress. For more tips and resources, be sure to follow me. Together, we'll achieve your language goals.